Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia. On Warranjoy, we're running traditional land for the iceHQ Recreational League Division 3 Grand Final between the Shenanigans in the teal or the light blue, or whatever you want to call it, and the Regretzkys, who are this evening wearing their dark strip, so it's a black with the blue highlighting. These two teams played not that long ago in a semi-final. The Shenanigans winning that one 5-1, a bit of a runaway in the end. But prior to that, these two teams have been very evenly matched throughout the season. The last time they played in the regular season, they tied 2 apiece. And prior to that, it was also 2 apiece. And then early on in the season, the Regretzkys beat the Shenanigans 2-1. So they're even in terms of the scores, in terms of the number of games. It informs certainly the Shenanigans taking a 5-1 win in the last round. Shenanigans did finish on top of the ladder in Division 3. Give you some information on that in just a moment. In the net for the Shenanigans is Norma Yan, who will be a bit tired. He just played not that long ago in a grand final winning game for the grand final winning game just a couple of moments ago for the Vikings in Div 2. He's on the ice now, and the goal tender for the Regretzkys, Steve Horvath, in the net for them. Should be a fascinating game indeed, this one. Again, the two teams, Regretzkys did finish on top of the ladder with a plus-minus of 24. Shenanigans finished second with a plus-minus of 17. So plus-minus is the number of goals scored versus the number of goals scored against. There's an indication of how dominant a team would be. So these two teams pretty even, 24 and 17. Both teams pretty even on the wins throughout the season. The Regretzkys with 10 and the Shenanigans with 9. But the Regretzkys much harder to beat. They only actually lost 1 and they had 5 ties throughout the season. So defensively they were pretty solid. They only gave away throughout the season, they give away 27 goals, whereas the Shenanigans gave away 31 throughout the regular season. So just a little bit harder to score against the Regretzkys, and that can make a difference. Championships are won defensively, and goaltenders make a massive difference. Every little bit will count in this one. Norma Yan in the net for the Shenanigans, and Steve Horvath in the net for the Regretzkys as we get ready to get up and running in the Division 3 Grand Final. It will be underway very, very shortly. Looking forward to this one being a cracker. We're just privileged to a very exciting game indeed. Just a few moments ago between the Vikings and the Arctic Thunder. The Vikings winning that one 4-3 with a very, very close tussle indeed. The third period very exciting in that game. And this one live up to it. The previous one when these two teams met wasn't quite as exciting. It did blow out a little bit. But the team's different makeup tonight. Shenanigans have a full bench, and so too the Regretzkys. So it's going to be intense, hard and fast right from the very start. We'll see how Zach Jacobs can go for the Shenanigans. He was very impressive the last time these two teams played. And they maintain the pressure and have the same number of breakthroughs as they did last time these two teams played, which was only a few days ago, so only a couple of days prior. We're about to get this one underway as the referees getting ready to drop the puck. There's Rafe there for the Shenanigans, wins the face-off, but T-Bone comes through and picks it up. He plays the puck across, trying to get the puck onto the stick of Vicky Prosek. She dumps it in deep into the corner. Puck's loose in the slot. Bone was there, but he was marked nicely. Julia Tran doing a good job of shutting him down. Glory Kanaki fires it up, goes deep into the corner, racing to try and pick it up. Ben Drew goes in to try and pick it up. It's behind the net now as the Regretzkys look to get it out of the zone. Bone just circling around there in the middle, looking to shut down any mistakes. And the Regretzkys will clear the puck out. Prosek now with a lot of room in front of her. She's got Tranny coming across. Prosek gets on a forehand shoots. Yan makes the save, but it's loose in the slot. It was bobbling around. They couldn't get there quite in time. Players on looking to get changes fairly quickly, you'd have to think. Been on the ice now for a little while with some decent sprinting. You can see them changing now. Prosek going off and getting fresh legs. Bone now staying on. He's lost the puck. It's under his feet. Oh, there it is. Teammates all crying out, feet, feet, feet. That's where it was. There's a couple of players run into each other through the slot. Losovic and Glory Kanaki knocking each other over. Changes all being made wholesale by both teams now. Is battling on the boards now for it. Milikovic, He tries to get the shot away, but it's poked away from him there beautifully by Bronson Bird. And now the Regretzkys look to try and get the puck up. It's fired in from the point, but it wouldn't go. Just getting something in the way, but the Regretzkys got bodies in the way as Drew gets it onto his forehand, but he's pushed wide. Has to go behind the net, just stutters a little bit, tries to get the puck in the slot, but Regretzkys back there in numbers. They look to clear the puck out of the zone. They got cross ice out of D, but they get away with it. Regretzkys dump it back in deep. Just a little bit offside though, having to reset. Trying to come back and get onside there was Ben Drew. As now the Regretzkys have another chance coming in, gets across on the stick of Campanolo. He is robbed of the puck there beautifully by the Shenanigans defence. They just shut that one down. It's up on the point. Velbar has a chance. He takes his time and flings it high over the head. Norma Yan just watches that one sail past his ears. And now here come the Regretzkys back the Shenanigans back the other way, and that's on the stick there of Zach Jacobs, who was very effective last time these two teams played. But he ran into a brick wall of blue jerseys. Couldn't do much about it. Now it comes back the other way. Lesov couldn't intercept it. Blair going in to put pressure, but not enough, and it will be punched back the other way. Cross ice out of D. They get away with it this time again, the Regretzkys. On the stick now of Blair, who tried to chip it in, but nice poke check there played by Kennedy, and the puck hits the netting. And we'll have a reset. Frantic 2.5 minutes to start the game. No whistles until now. First face-off of the game after the offensive zone. We'll see how they set up. Shenanigans running 3 players in the slot with a quick movement. Wingers moving up fast. In particular, you could see moving there quickly for the Regretzkys. Getting their wingers up quickly. Where's Maskowicz? Now they try and clear the puck out of the zone. Good pressure, though, by the Regretzkys, but Drew blasts through, gets past one, but pushed down to the corner, leaves the puck behind. Now it comes back out. It's now in the corner, across the front of the net, and the puck will be gobbled up by Steve Horvath in the net for the Regretzkys, who has his first touch. Wouldn't count as a shot on the net, because it wasn't going to go in. Scorers have to think that the puck would have gone in the net if it was to count as a shot, and I think that one might have gone across the front, but we'll see. No, they've counted it as a shot. Scorer here, Ambrose Keane, fresh from a grand final victory last night in his Div 5 team. Keeping a close eye on things. Getting across onto the backhand, the Shenanigans, but it wouldn't go. That was Kennedy being robbed of the puck, and the Shenanigans, and it's on the stick now of Prosek, who plays the puck across, gets it on to a teammate, gets forehand, shoots, and they score. Prosek will get the assist. The goal there scored by Rob Mackay. See this one in the replay. Prosek gets a stick across, and then just over the glove hand there of Norma Yan was Rob Mackay getting that one. So the first goal to the Regretzkys. And they capitalise on that early advantage. Just trying to blast through everything there was Zach Jacobs. Stick down on the ice, so someone left it behind. Now the Regretzkys look to come back the other way. They've got 3-on-2 if they hurry. Just blowing a tie there was Tran. Shot fired from a distance. It's loose. Yan got the first touch on it as a shot was fired in there by John Nave. Julia Tran just blowing an edge as she tried to pivot, giving another chance. But Yan managed to make the save. It was loose afterwards, but not loose enough. And then we get the face-off this time, won by the Regretzkys. They try to get the shot away, but good pressure by Kanaka. He shut it down, shot in from a distance, though, from the slot. Was fired in sharply by Milovic. But it wouldn't go. Norma Yan that time made it safe. 10 minutes and 54 to play in the first. 1 goal the lead to the Regretzkys, 1-0. If we're tied up at the end of regulation, we will get 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. And after that, penalty shootouts is the standard format here for grand finals. Face-off won by the Regretzkys. They get the puck back, play it across. Risky pass, though. They just got it across in time. Green not quite able to get up there as quick as she would have liked. As Victory was on the blue line. Just a little bit of a dribbly pass across from Vilbar. Puck's loose in the slot, backhand fight. Yan's in the way. It's still loose. This time Yan managed to gobble up that puck. Gets a glove onto it. It's another good chance there for John Nave. He had a chance to try and lift it over the glove. Good early pressure from the Regretzkys. They've got 6 shots on the net to just the one from the Shenanigans in this opening 5 minutes of the game. Good pressure from them. They've come out on a mission. They're trying to make amends from the 5-1 drubbing they got just a week ago. It's around the back of the net now. The Regretzkys trying to do something constructive. Zach Jacobs now has the puck on his stick. He's looking for options. He's been covered, though. Tries to get around the stick there of Calabria. He's blocked. Runs out of room. Everyone decides to have a bit of a lie down in the corner. He's still got the puck, though. Not quite sure how he's done it. Plays the puck up to his blue line. Comes back across. Still now with the puck. That is Rob Mackay, who's doing a great job protecting and doing it around. He's doing everything himself. I think he has had a good 10 seconds of puck control time there at the moment. Now gets it back to his teammate behind the net in Gretzky's office. They tried to get the puck into the slot for Mackay, who was trying to get in there, but there was enough Shenanigans this time. Green moving up the ice, trying to be an offensive threat. Manages to just stay on side. That's all you need to do. And a bit of body work there. A little bit lucky the Regretzkys to get away with that one. The check was made on the board. Prosic couldn't quite handle the pass. It had just a bit too much on her, and the puck will be dumped back in by Ali. Behind the net now for the Regretzkys. They have a little bit of time. There was a bit of forechecking pressure, but not enough to really trouble them. And now they're looking to come back up the ice. It's a different game so far than last time these two teams played, for sure. An early lead and a lot of pressure by the Regretzkys. They clear the puck out of the zone. Just turning and pivoting there, Morton, but he's under pressure. Bone couldn't quite get enough stopping power on there to take it off him, but still under pressure there, Morton. Puck still bobbling around loose in the zone, though, for the Shenanigans. Regretzkys look to clear it out. Players just running into each other. You can have a battle there. The puck, unfortunately for the Regretzkys, does leave the zone, having to go back and pick it up. It's now on the stick of Ali, who looks up ice. He had Bone coming in to put some pressure on him. Kennedy looks up now. He's got a little bit of room. Gets onto his backhand, but it's poked away from him nicely there by Kutsalov. Puck goes around the back of the net. Shenanigans trying to do something with it. Bone now with ice, with the puck. Looks up ice, goes across ice, gets away with it. Maybe he didn't see Ali was there. So I'm trying to get the puck across to Prosic. Prosic putting some pressure on. Prosic, a player who will be playing with the Melbourne Ducks, the AWIHL, coming up very shortly here at iceHQ. She goes back in again. So an elite female player there, absolutely. She's still got the puck behind the net, battling for it. She didn't have much help. Her teammates were busily changing. Ori Kanaga now has the puck. He puts the puck through the danger zone. Manages to get through, though. He's got two in front of him to beat, and he's got Drew with him. Doesn't go the drop pass, carries it around the back of the net. Gretzky's office now, puts the puck into the slot, but there to gobble it up is Steve Horvath, who says, I'll have that. Give me the little black rubber thing. I'll hang on to it, and we will get a stop. 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the first. 1-0 the lead to the Regretzkys. That goal scored by Rob Mackay from Vicky Prosic with a beautiful pass from her. Shot flung in from a distance, doesn't get through traffic. It was flung in hard there by Drew, but it wasn't going to go. And trying again to put the puck into that danger area, the Shenanigans. If you could put the puck into the slot, it's always a chance. Tran will have to go back and get it, but we have the first icing of the game. If you're not familiar with the rule of icing, the way it works, if you play the puck from your half of the rink, so your side of the red line across the middle, and it crosses the goal line at the other end without anyone touching it, there's a bit of nuance to it, but that's the gist of it. Then you get brought back for a face-off in your defensive zone for a defensive zone face-off. The sting in the tail most of the time is that in most leagues you're not allowed to get a change. We allow that here at iceHQ, so it's not such an issue. You can get fresh legs on, and then you have a defensive zone face-off, which is actually a fantastic counter-attacking scoring opportunity if you can get your wingers moving quickly. Wingers do like to score goals. Face-off that time was won by the Regretzkys. But the Shenanigans managed to keep it in, battling hard up to the boards. Just keeping it in on the sideline there is the Regretzkys. It's now on the stick of Rafe. He tries to put it back to a teammate, but unfortunately for him, no one was there. Both of his D had come in close. Going back now to pick it up, Bronson Bird. He looks up ice. He's got some forechecking pressure on him from Nave. The puck comes out. Was it Nave? Sorry, my apologies. That was Jasmine Dixon. Now the Regretzkys with a bit more time. They get past the poke check of the Shenanigans defence. And this time the Regretzkys with another shot. It goes through. It got through. Almost chance 5-hole, but just went wide of the net. Great scoring opportunity. Another one flung in. Chan having to make multiple saves on this shift. And you can see the Shenanigans, very much a team of some strong lines and some lines maybe not quite as effective. And Prosic taking good advantage of that when she can too. Prosic and Dixon in particular doing well so far throughout this game. The face-off taken in the defensive zone by the Shenanigans. Won by the Shenanigans back. It goes back onto the stick of Morton, who's pressed by Prosic. Can't get it out cleanly. He has to reset. Stuck on the half boards, looking for options. Tries to chip it off the boards, which is shut down for him. So the Regretzkys with another good chance at some sustained zone pressure. Comes up to Victory, who just tips it past Lasek. Prosic puts it across into the slot, but it runs into the stick of Kennedy, who's away. He's got two in front of him, though. Gets it onto his forehand, but flings it wide. Hits the Sunny Seafood side, which is a good 1.5 meters wide of the net. Here come the Regretzkys back the other way with room. Get past one poke check. It's on the stick of Mackay, who scored that earlier one. He loops around. Still got plenty of room. He's just doing laps of the area at the moment. Gets onto his forehand, shoots. Goes over the shoulder of Yan and over the top of the net. It's been dangerous so far, Mackay, but not looking for a pass. Now he's in the slot, gets another chance, shoots. Save again made by Yan as it bobbles around. Referees are going to have to blow the whistle eventually. No, they don't. The puck was out. It's cleared out of the zone. No, it's not. Cross ice passes through D. They never get picked off, except they always do. Anyway, Shenanigans trying to get it out of the zone. This time they clear the zone by playing the puck wisely up through the middle. Nave with it. Plays the puck back to his partner, who's got pressure, forechecking pressure on him. He gets the puck across to Victory, who dumps it in while the Regretzkys get a change. Battling hard on the boards to start colliding into someone from behind there. It was Nave. He gets away with it. Victory sits back and watches the puck go past him as he realises his teammate had it. They get the puck out of the zone, the Regretzkys. They're a different team tonight than what they were a week ago, but a slap on the puck there by Bone goes into the bench, and we will have a stop. 3 minutes to play in the first. 1 goal the lead to the Regretzkys, who have outshot the Shenanigans 12-2. A commanding position at the moment. The ice definitely sloping in their direction at the moment. They need to capitalise on it and get a couple more goals as Shenanigans will have a bit of a fall over each other. Very different complexion to this game to the semi-final just a few days ago when the Shenanigans won 5-1. Certainly at the moment the Regretzkys very dominant. Face-off won by Zach Jacobs. A shot that goes in harmlessly and is picked up there by Steve Horvath, who makes that a routine save. Let's have a look at how the defence from the Shenanigans are creeping right in. Julia Trown in close. If the Shenanigans get behind her from this face-off, she's in trouble. They have to play it around the back, and then they didn't go where they would have wanted to, but it's always a big risk when you have your defensive players pinching right in like that. It's picked up now. Glory Kanaga has it. They tried to put it into the slot, but it's stolen by the Regretzkys. Bone now has the puck around the back of the net. He's got a little bit of room. He just chipped it. Maybe he didn't realise how much time and space he had. He just chipped it round wide. It's up high. Kanaga has a chance. Can't get onto it cleanly. Pinching in to pick it up was Drew, but he couldn't get it. Now the Regretzkys will look to clear it out of the zone. Kanaga pinches in and picks it up on the ball. Tries to get onto his forehand. Gets a shot away. That was a good one. Forcing a good save there by Steve Horvath. Nice shot there by Glory Kanaga. He had a decent... His angle was a bit shut down. He did the right thing. He got that shot on. But there safely was Steve Horvath, who saw the threat and shut that one down nicely. Shenanigans are getting the change with just over a minute to play. It'll be under a minute by the time the puck is dropped. Well under a minute by the time the puck is dropped. And again, you can see those Shenanigans defence creeping right in off the blue line. That's brave. If the Regretzkys can get behind them, they're in trouble. They don't this time. But it is that huge risk you take when you do that. Puck bobbles up high. It's flung in from a distance through traffic. It could have bounced off anything, but it didn't. As Bird took the shot away. Now here come the Regretzkys back the other way with speed. Dancing into the middle is Prosic. She's got a little bit of space. But we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be an interference call. And it will be Thomas Drew, who will be sitting two with 18 seconds to play in the first. So this face-off will happen briefly, and then we'll go to the first intermission. Face-off this time won by the Regretzkys. It's uncomfortable for Victory, who puts it across. He's only got 4 seconds. They've just tried to chip it in as the Regretzkys try to load up. But the end of the first period will finish with the Regretzkys 1 goal from 12 shots on the net. Shenanigans none from 4, and the Shenanigans will be starting the second with 1 minute and 50 seconds on a penalty on Thomas Drew for an interference call. He will have to sit the first 1 minute and 50. Goal there to Rob Mackay from Kutzlov and Prosic. And that one for the Regretzkys, which was a beauty. The presence of Rob Mackay this evening making a difference to the Regretzkys. They've certainly been very effective with that significant run of the game. 12 shots to just the 4 for the Shenanigans. Shenanigans haven't really looked all that dangerous so far. Glory Kanaga had a good chance late in the first. It's just a little bit pushed a little bit wider than he would have liked, and as a result, Horvath just had to own the post and shut it down. It's a shot from a tight angle. It's difficult to get them in. Does occasionally happen, but always worth a try. But sometimes you can get a rebound, you never know. You've got to take those shots for sure. He did the right thing. A few cross-ice passes out of D that they've got away with so far on a few occasions, and a couple of quick breakaways from defensive zone face-offs. So all the things we teach our beginner players here at iceHQ are being seen here in these Division 3 games. The only difference is it's faster and a tiny little bit more skillful. So the Shenanigans short one player for the first 1 minute and 50. The second period is a hard one for changes. The benches are on the wrong side from their defensive side. Face off this time won by the Shenanigans, who run it back to their D, who just sends the puck all the way to Moe. And the Regretzkys will have to go and pick it up. They chip the puck up the boards, trying to find some space and see if they get the Shenanigans overcommitted. But just spilling the puck, a little bit of careless puck handling there by them. Nice aggressive forecheck though. Kennedy, who's putting a lot of pressure on the Regretzkys power play. He's in deep. Ali creeping in a little bit. He sees the threat and he has to start moving back. So now the Regretzkys with some time and space, and that is on the stick of Rob Mackay, who goes into the corner. It's been effective so far, but this time not able to do anything particularly useful with it. The puck's right in Gretzky's office behind the net, but the Shenanigans have it. And they lose the puck. It's loose in the slot. Shot fired. Save made by Yan. Another shot. Yan makes another save. It's been a good power play so far for the Regretzkys. They just have 50 seconds to go on it. Can they get another shot? They do. Yan, another save. That was fired in hard by Mackay, who has been fantastic so far through this game for the Regretzkys. Playing up blind shot up to the point on the D, who flings it in, but high, bounces off the chest of Yan. It's loose in the slot, still there, bobbling around the back. Yan caught facing the wrong way. The Regretzkys couldn't get a shot. Nice defence there by the Shenanigans, who shut that one down. Here they come back the other way. Just 25 seconds to go on the power play. They'll be looking to get changes as Kennedy gets on his forehand, shoots it wide. They're not changing the Shenanigans. Some of them are. They want fresh legs. So too the Regretzkys, who have been out for quite a while. Just going backwards through everything and running into the back of Ali there was right. No harm, no foul on that one, as we have just 5 seconds to go on the Drew penalty. It's been some good shots on the net for the Regretzkys, but they couldn't get through. Kanaga now coming back the other way. He's got two in front to beat and one back checking. Well, I was going to say the Bone was coming back hard, but he started to coast. Now manages to chip the puck out of the zone onto the skates there of Drew, straight out of the penalty box and straight into the game. That's what you should be doing. Puck down on the feet of the Regretzkys D, who just reverse it around the back of the way, getting it away from Zach Jacobs, and they go back the other way for fun. And Bone looking up the middle, trying to fix it up as some more forechecking pressure by the Regretzkys results in a turnover. So a turnover for the Shenanigans. Shenanigans, Regretzkys, it's hard to tell the difference at times. It's picked up now Drew, though, who last line of defence just managed to kick the puck there away from Rob Mackay, who goes over and gets a change. Shenanigans trying to push through the zone. They get past Victory, but there's a stick down errantly in the way, but it doesn't matter because Zach Jacobs is there. Swoops on a loose puck across the slot. Unmarked player in the slot, and wouldn't you know it, there's the goal. Zach Jacobs squares it up for the Shenanigans. And so he's got nice space. Defence sucked into going to the puck carrier, leaving the goaltender there, Steve Horvath, in two minds. And as a result, sitting there in the slot, Johnny on the spot, Zach Jacobs, he says, thank you very much. I'll put that one where you don't want it. And we're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. Ananga gets through the defensive line. He's got Jacobs again in the slot. Dangerous play. Jacobs another one. 3 or 4 digs away at it, but now they fire the cannon. Ali misfires on that one, though. It came off the side of the stick. It's still loose in the slot, though. Good play there for the Shenanigans, who found their mojo. Certainly about 4 or 5 shots in that little sequence. Ananga gets past the high challenging defence there, but he's going to get penalised for it as well. I think we're going to see one of the Regretzkys sit 2 in the naughty box, and that is going to be Rob Mackay. We'll get the first power play for the Shenanigans. Certainly this second period, they've come out with a bit more spice in their tails. Just a little bit casual on their changes. The clock's ticking. They don't want to run it down too much. It's only 1-1, which is effectively 0-0. Shots in the net now much more even, 9-15. The Regretzkys try to clear it out of the zone, but can't. Now they, unwisely by Bone, try to get the pass across. But it ended up on the stick there of Milovic. Bone now with a chance. There's a hand up for a delayed penalty. We're going to have 4-on-4 now, as one of the Shenanigans will be joining. Mackay in the box for 2. That's for a hook. A hook is when your stick impedes your opponent's progress. And that is Calabria. We'll be sitting that one for the Shenanigans. So it'll be 4-on-4 for around about a minute and a half, and then it'll be 5-on-4 for briefly. So no icing exclusion anymore. The puck bobbles around the back. It'll be picked up behind the net now. Wright, who looks up ice. He's got plenty of space now. Just 4 on the ice gives you a lot of room. Regretzkys' favourite play was to try and get a 4-on-4 situation. And Anger now tries to get a poke check onto Mikolov. Puts a puck across into the slot area and very nearly kicked in there by the Shenanigans defence. He was loose in the slot. You might see this one on the replay. And here we go. So he was just on the foot there. Very nearly Drew scoring. Drew there, very lucky not to put that one in as an own goal. It would have been pretty embarrassing, but it does happen. Unfortunately, more often than you think. Just 30 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. And then the Regretzkys will have the advantage. They'll try and clear the puck out of the zone, but don't. It's fired in from distance. There's a tip. It was loose in the air, but the save is made by Norma Yan. The puck was kneecap height, just touched. Not enough of a deflection to get it into the net. And Yan was there to make it safe. 4 seconds to go on the Regretzkys penalty. They will have a player jumping out onto the ice behind her. I'm not sure if the Regretzkys necessarily aware of it, but it doesn't really matter in this situation. Straight back and immediately into the play there was Mackay. And just managing to run the Shenanigans off the puck. So with 30 seconds now of a penalty advantage to the Regretzkys, can they take advantage of it? Just a little bit casual as they try and play the puck up the ice. Not able to do much with it there was Dixon. Now it's on to the stick of Victory, who's pushed into the corner. 10 seconds to go on the penalty on Calabria. He'll be back out on the ice very shortly. This is where the Regretzkys need to be aware of it because he's going to come on behind them. They get a shot instead. We're back now to 5-on-4. Calabria skates across to get a change, but this time he realises, no, he's going to ignore the puck, even though it was right down there and he had a chance to get it and go for a change instead. Okay. Cross ice pass is intercepted. They get a stick on it, the Shenanigans, but not enough. Bone now has a chance. He chips it in deep looking for Prosic. It's down under her feet. She's lost it. Tran now has it. And she tries to get it past Bone, but Bone gets his feet in the way. Prosic battling away with it as well. Someone's dropped their stick. I think it might be Bone. Now the Shenanigans putting high pressure on the Regretzkys defence. Bone puts it across ice, looking for Prosic. It just hit the back of her stick. Unfortunate for her. And swinging and turning and spinning to get a shot away was Kutsalov. Goes behind the net. Bone now with the puck. He's trying to get it into the slot if he can. Prosic's behind the net. Won't do much from there. As now the Regretzkys look to break it out the other way. They've got Lesev floating on the blue line waiting for it. She cuts him down the middle unmarked. Regretzkys letting her just float in. Maybe they're not even aware of the fact that she's there. They've also got Jacobs there as well. Hands up for a penalty. This time it's on the Shenanigans, on the Regretzkys. Shot fired from a distance. Second shot fired. The Regretzkys have pulled their goalie. Yan's off the ice. Sorry, the Shenanigans have pulled the goalie. Yan is off the ice. They can go 6-on-5. It's very difficult to get scored against in that situation. But it doesn't matter because now we have a penalty on the Regretzkys. And it looks like it's Bone who will be heading in. We've got mutual penalties. We've got a hold on Bone. And we've got a high stick on Jacob. So it'll be 4-on-4 again. So lots of space. Fast hockey. 7 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Both players in the box. As the puck is run around behind the net by the Shenanigans, trying to put some pressure on. Regretzky's looking up ice. Again, there's all that real estate if they can get moving quickly. Just not able to make the connection there. Milovic, here comes Ganaka. He can't get much on it. It's into the corner. He's trying to get himself some loose space in the slot, but he's marked tightly now. Regretzky seeing the threat. Don't leave a player loose in the slot. It's up onto the blue line and flung in high, but it bounces off bodies. That was Bird trying to do something constructive now, coming back the other way with it. Shot fired from a distance by Nave, but that was saved and deflected by Jan in the net. Now the Regretzkys come back, the Shenanigans come back the other way. Kanagan going in on the forecheck. Very effective there indeed, giving the defence from the Regretzkys very few options. Looks like there's a lot of space with just 4 on the ice, but if you're quick, you can close that down very quickly. Now the Regretzkys have some possession. 1 minute to go on the 4-on-4. Regretzkys trying to get past the forechecking pressure. Kanagan's been out there for a while. He'll be looking for a change. There he goes, gets his change as the Regretzkys. Here they come. They've got a little bit of room through the middle, and they take it as they get fresh legs on the ice. Nave now pushed into the corner, got the puck across to his teammate there in victory, but he couldn't do much. Now here come the Shenanigans back the other way with speed. Tired legs as they fling it high and over the top of the net. Goaltender there, Horvath, could just watch that one sail harmlessly away. Bird chips it deep in and rims it around the back of the net. And we have another penalty. This time it's a bench penalty on, I think, the Regretzkys are going to be done for too many players on the ice. So we're going to have 5-on-4. So this game so far being marred by a number of, you have to say, reasonably careless penalties. Don't really want to let that happen. This is going to, the drop of the puck will be 5-on-4 in favour of the Shenanigans. So you'll see 2 players come on the drop of the puck from the penalty box. Just waiting while everyone gets themselves organised. But the clock is still ticking, of course. This is not stop time until the last 2 minutes, unless there's more than a 2-goal difference. Shenanigans being mindful of the fact there's going to be players coming on from behind them. The Regretzkys are starting with 3, but they'll go to 4 as soon as the penalty, as soon as the puck is dropped, and it is. Puck's loose in front of the slot, not able to do much with it. Is a distressed-looking Kennedy who knew he had a great chance. They dump the puck in deep now, the Regretzkys. Shenanigans with the puck deep in their defensive zone. Cross ice, the Bone couldn't get onto it that time. And here they come back up with some speed. It's 5-on-4 now. Morton goes around the back of the net, tried to put it in the slot. He had Jacobs and Kanaka there, but neither could get to it. Now puck up on the blue line for the Regretzkys. Come across Morton, lost it under his feet. It's checked away from him by the Shenanigans. And on the stick there of Vilbar, who did some good pressure. Bone now tries to poke the puck away from the rush. The puck comes up to Morton, who has time. He elects not to take the shot, puts it across to Kanaka instead, who flings it in hard. It's loose. There was a chance. Jacobs nearly with the rebound. It was there. Got enough defensive pressure by the Regretzkys. Shut that one down. Certainly been a much better complexion in the second for them. Shenanigans puck bounces off the post. Second chance there, also there for Rafe. He couldn't finish it off. It was a great chance, and Morton lets it go and then shrugged his shoulders a little bit carelessly, giving a chance there for the counter-attacking move by Kutsov, sorry. I'll get there eventually. Now the Shenanigans coming back with some speed. Across into the zone. They've got it now as the Regretzkys a bit casual with their change. Prosek a little bit slow to get on. She's got to get in quickly. Kananga now has the puck. He turns and pivots, tries to put it in, but ends up having to put it into the corner. It's found behind the back of the net. Loose in the slot there was Calabria. They couldn't get the puck to him. Puck bounced off the back of the net by Drew. They've got a few chances. Tran now has the puck. She tries to chip it past Prosek. It comes out of the zone. It was seen there by Andrew Crowther. He had good eyes on that one, the referee. Prosek now picks it up. She's got some speed and a bit of room. She's got 2 in front of her, 3. She gets around Kanaka, but unfortunately for her, has to leave the puck behind. It's tipped out. Corrales couldn't get it. We're back to 5-on-5. Straight back onto the ice. Bone, who immediately makes his Nave, who immediately makes his presence known. Puck across onto the stick of Mackay. Mackay crosses the line. He's got pressure in front of him. Chips it back for Nave, who tried to fling it in. Nave's loose in the slot if they can get it to him. It's loose across the front. Mackay with a good chance. It's deep on the corner now. Tran there trying to get the puck away. Comes into the slot. It's cleared up, but not out of the zone. Regretzkys fire it in deep. Just able to shut the 5-hole in time there. Jan was close. It was a good shot there by Victory on the blue line. And now circling around deep in the corner, the Regretzkys managing to keep the puck in. A fair bit of zone time for them. It's been a better stanza this last couple of minutes. Shenanigans had it all over them for the first half of the second period, but now they've picked it up. 1 minute, just under 2 minutes to go in the period. Score 1-1. All started off looking very good for the Regretzkys, but the Shenanigans certainly lifted their game in the second period. Now it's behind the net, and they'll have to go back and pick it up. Rafe now with the puck. He's got plenty of room. Regretzkys, getting a change. Tries to get out of the zone. Can't. Just a little bit casual with the puck. Comes up now, and it's on the stick of Kennedy, who has a bit of room. Tries to get onto his forehand. Chip shoots, and no, it didn't go in. It looked like it did from here. And we're going to have a delay the game penalty. And unfortunately there for Tom Milovic, he played the puck off his stick, just trying to get it out of the zone, but lifted it a little bit too high to get past the pressure, and it hit the netting, and that is a delay the game penalty. So the Shenanigans will be finishing the period with either a goal or an extra player, and starting the next period with either a goal lead or an extra player on the ice for a minute. The Regretzkys, not what they wanted. They had some good momentum in that last couple of minutes. But unfortunately for them, just a little bit of bad luck on that clearance. Shenanigans with the puck now, but the Regretzkys have to get the puck out of the zone. Kanaga just gets a stick in the front there. It's just trying to be a little bit overly ambitious with the puck. Was Vilbar had a chance to clear it and instead elected to carry it through the slot. Always risky when you do that. The puck again, Vilbar in the corner. This time he's going to try and clear it out of the zone, but doesn't get it up high enough with enough on it. Comes across to Ali, who's got time. Chips back across to his D partner, who winds and shoots. It's just a little bit of a loose shot into the slot. It was flung in there by Bird. It's behind the net now. Under 10 seconds to go in the period. Puck goes behind the net. And it'll be picked up by Drew, who tries to play the puck once more up to the point. He's got the chance, but the clock will beat the shot. And at the end of the second period, we're all tied up 1 goal apiece. But the Regretzkys will be starting the third period with 1 minute and 14 seconds of penalty to kill. Good period for the Shenanigans. They got the goal. They tied it up. And additionally, they got a fair bit more momentum and a fair bit more pressure, certainly through the first half of that period where they were much more dominant. Helped out by a couple of 4-on-4 moments and some penalties. There you go. Start of the third. 1 goal apiece. It's the thriller in a reservoir, you might say. Certainly a different complexion to the last time these two teams played when the Regretzkys went down to the Shenanigans 5-1. It doesn't look like that's going to happen this evening. It's a much closer tussle indeed. Certainly so far very effective for the Regretzkys has been Rob Mackay. And for the Shenanigans, the goal scorer was Zach Jacobs, who had that loose one in the slot. You just can't afford to leave a player like him unmarked. You've got to be in his face and lifting his stick off the ice, or that is going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. The puck came across, and there was nothing but net. And he just buried it. He's not going to make a mistake there. Penalties to Jacobs and Calabria, and a bench penalty to the Regretzkys, who've spent rather more time in the box than they would like. They will be starting the period with just the 4 for the first 73 seconds. Referee Andrew Crowther drops the puck. Face-off won by Mackay for the Regretzkys, and they dump it in deep. He's going in to put some pressure onto Morton. One way to kill a penalty. Comes back Green, just swipes the puck out of the zone. It's onto the stick now of Rafe, who tries to get onto his forehand. He dekes backwards and forwards, but the puck is taken away from him in the end and put behind the net. Regretzky's not able to keep the puck in the zone. They're going to have to come back and reset. Mackay just watching it warily. He waits to see what Ali does, who goes cross ice and basically gives the puck away. So the Regretzkys this time dump it hard down the ice and into their bench. Doesn't matter, it's going to run the clock and kill a penalty. It wasn't intentional by the look of it, but it doesn't really matter. So we're not stop time until the last 2 minutes of the game. If we are tied up with less than a 2-goal or less differential with 2 minutes to go, it will go to stop time. So the clock will stop when the referee blows their whistle. If we're tied at the end of regulation, we'll then go to 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. If at the end of that it's still tied up, we go to penalty shots. Face off this time won by Bone for the Regretzkys. That's what he needed to do. He gets a bouncing puck up onto the point, but Drew able to keep it in. He's pressured by Prosek. Puck goes round the back of the net. It'll be picked up Maskowitz, who tried to put it into the slot. Enough bodies there back. We're back to full strength now. The penalty is now over. It's 5-on-5 hockey. Bone now looking up ice. He's got Prosek calling for it. The pass was good. She couldn't quite get onto it. She has to get past Tran. Tran coasting back into the slot. Shenanigans this time back there in numbers. They try to break it out. Bone comes in on the pinch. Regretzkys managed to keep the puck in though. And not this time, though. It's just busted past. It was pushed out there by, I think, Lasek. But it tumbles away into the corner, and the Regretzkys with a chance to try and clear the puck out. Bone's still battling. He's been on the ice a while. He'd have a tachycardia or two. I'd hate to be his cardiologist. But the puck is cleared out of the zone by the Regretzkys. But they just dump it harmlessly into the attacking zone. No one there in particular. Bird just dumps it back, returning the favour. Got past the pressure from Milovic. Milovic trying to make some space across the front, and he does so. They were looking for Mackay. Now the puck comes back across to the Shenanigans, who clear it nicely out of the zone onto the stick of Kennedy. Kennedy chips it free, but Mackay was there. He's going to try and push past the pressure and does, but leaves a puck behind. Unfortunately, Bird nicely got a stick on it. Had some speed there, Mackay, but you've got to take the puck with you when you do that, and sometimes it just won't go. Now he has a chance to have the puck rimmed around to him. He's waiting for it. Just a nice little cheeky backhander. Found his teammate in Nave. Nave dispossessed, though, has to come back. Mackay waits, chips the puck in, tried to find the stick of Victory and does. Victory goes cross ice, gets past everyone through the feet there of Zach Jacobs, but it ends up with the Shenanigans, who clear the puck almost out of the zone, but just into the high slot area. It's on the stick now. Mackay, who circles around, loses his footing. He's gone around the back of the net, trying to do laps again. It's now onto Victory, who chips it back to Mackay. Victory was being checked by Milicevic. On the stick now of Nave, who fires it. Too many bodies in the way. It wouldn't go. Now it's on the stick of Ali, who circles around, plays the puck up back, gets on the stick of Lassev. She went cross ice and very lucky to get away with that one. It's dumped in by Victory this time. And the Regretzkys changing. So a brief lull as the Shenanigans look to break it out. Drew couldn't get enough on it. Came back past Jacobs. Blair, too, for the Regretzkys, couldn't get there. Is going now to pick it up. He's Bird for the Shenanigans. He goes behind the net. Cross ice pass out of deal. Bone nearly got onto it. Such a risky thing to do, but Jacobs now has it. It's 3-on-1 if they can get the shot away. Jacobs fans on the shot, though. He'll regret that one. He had a great chance. 3-on-1. Just left the puck behind. Bone comes back the other way. He's got two in front of him. He goes into the corner. He's got Blair loose in the slot if he can get the puck to him. Blair now loose again. Fires. Blair has two shots at the 5-hole of Normie Ann. But Normie manages to shot the chance, and it won't go. Shenanigans being a little bit exposed there, leaving the player loose in the slot. It was Blair who got a couple of bangs. Luckily for them, Normie Ann was good enough to get his pads down low and shut it down. 11 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the third. Still tied up 1 goal apiece. 21 shots now. It's been a good period for the Regretzkys, even with that penalty kill earlier on. It's up on the boards. Vilbar just chips it in, gets it past Green, who tried to shut it down with a slash. Prosic blasts through and gets the puck with her. She's looking for someone loose in the slot. There's no one there. Astrowich was almost clear. So too is Mackay, who's loose. He runs around behind the net, trying to get something from Prosic. Prosic being tightly pressured, though. She had Drew all over her. Jammed up now against the boards as they battle. Mackay came back to get it. The shot fired and loose. Fanning on the shot there twice, though, was Kutsalov. He had a great chance, but it just bounced awkwardly. The puck was there for him if he wanted another chance for him. Comes on Mackay, puts it a pass. This time Kutsalov flings it over the back of the net, missing the corner. He's loose again, wide open net if they can get it to him. He has to go behind the net now. He looks behind him. He sees Mackay calling for it. Mackay being covered by Green. As time gets around, Green goes cross ice, tried to get a shot on from a distance. It's flung in hard and wide, but Normie Ann saw that one and made the save. Good little play there by the Regretzkys. They got a few chances. Kutsalov pretty unlucky that he got such an awkward bounce, had wide open net, but just kept tumbling over his stick. Otherwise, that would have given the Regretzkys the lead that they would be expecting after outshooting the Shenanigans, by the way they have so far through this period. Just the 3 shots on the net this period for the Shenanigans so far with 10 minutes to play. Regretzkys can't keep the puck in the zone. They won the face-off. Jacobs racing back to put some pressure on Victory. Lessev there too, but caught offside the Shenanigans. So that gives the Regretzkys plenty of time to set up. There we go, cross ice. Very lucky Kennedy didn't get a stick on them there. Bone plays it into the middle. Couldn't make the connection he was looking for. Now the Regretzkys with another chance. They set. Goes through the middle. It's picked off. And that ended up there on the stick of Mastrowicz. Couldn't do enough with it though. As now the Shenanigans try to break it out. Before Mastrowicz was picked by Milovic. Milovic now tries to get past Tran. Does. Just blasts past her. Gets a shot away. But Normie Ann had it in his glove. and made it safe. 9 minutes and 20 seconds on the drop of the puck. It'll be 9 minutes to go. We're all tied up 1 goal apiece. It's been a good period so far for the Regretzkys. Much better for them than the second, where it's safe to say that the Shenanigans had the most of the play. But certainly this one, it's been a good period for the Regretzkys. And they get a goal up and reverse the result from the semi-final just a few nights ago when they lost 5-1. Victory now being pressed by Kanaga, gets it past him, puts it in deep, but it was under pressure. Kanaga now has the puck, manages to chip it past the D, but there's a body in the way, just enough to slow him down. Goes behind the net, picked up by the Regretzkys. They look up ice to see nothing but teal bodies. They have to reverse the other way, and it goes loose into the slot. Kanaga gets it, just tried to get the puck across, was looking for Drew. He had time to turn around and shoot, maybe he didn't know it, but the Regretzkys will clear the puck out of the zone. Mackay was trying to pick it up, was nicely outplayed there by Drew, who just chipped it past the body. Regretzkys trying to be smart about it, and they do so, but they got the puck loose in the slot. Mackay played it up, tried to find Dixon. Just went past her. Now it's deep back into the corner. Shenanigans with a little bit of momentum at this point in the game. Just 8 minutes now to play in this grand final third period. Kanaga has it, goes around the back of the net. He's got a chance. Instead, he chips it up high. He found Drew, who tries to fling it in, but the save will be made by Horvath. And with 7 minutes to play, by the time the puck is dropped, 7 minutes and 30, it's 1 goal apiece. Regretzkys with the momentum at the moment, but they are in their defensive zone. Let's see if the Shenanigans pinch right in on their D, and if Prosek can take advantage of that. If Bone can just put it in front of her and she comes blasting through, we'll see how that pans out. Bone plays it back in behind him. Under pressure, it's always difficult to get that puck up where you want it. Defensive zone face-offs, that great counter-attacking opportunity. Regretzkys rim the puck hard around the side of the net, gets past everyone and goes all the way down the other end, but it's not going to make it to the end. It'll be picked up by Morton, who's got Prosek putting pressure on him. She has to hit the brakes in front of, runs into Morton. It's broken out now and on the stick of Ali. Ali pushed into the corner. He's been watched closely there by Vilbar. Vilbar holding him up against the boards and is taking away the space. Bone there as well for the Regretzkys as they battle in the slot. Green trying to make some space, which is being watched closely. Waving the stick around in the air as Bone manages to rim it round past. He tries to find Prosek on the half boards. Does. She's racing up. She picks up the puck. Doesn't pick up the puck though. It got to Morton first, who dumped it in deep. He got that deep onto the stick of Rafe. Rafe pushed into the corner, gets across the front, but leaves the puck behind. And the Regretzkys will clear the puck out. It'll be picked up now and played back by Calibri, who gets it back to his D partner in Morton. Morton plays it up the ice. It's picked by Bone. Pick the Bone. It's loose in the slot. Oh, Prosek was there, but the pass just went behind her. She was loose in the slot briefly. Great chance, but just not quite able to capitalise on it, the Regretzkys. It's been a little bit of the story. They've had lots of chances. Prosek now gets a bit of space. She's being watched now, though. Bringing the puck off the boards there, Kutsalov. And the puck is cleared out of the zone in the end by Drew. He's had to ice the puck. He was under a fair bit of pressure. 6 minutes to play. If we go to, when it gets down to 2 minutes, we will go to stop time. So that means every time the whistle blows, the clock will stop. Mackay for the Regretzkys doesn't win the face-off, but blasting through to try and pick it up was Nave. Nave around the back of the net. He's got to play loose in the slot. The Regretzkys, they've got to get a shot away if they can. Pinching in close was Victory. Maybe he saw he wasn't too worried about the forwards that were up against him from the Shenanigans. It's in the corner now. Mackay looking to try and do something with it. It's not going to go straight laps around everyone this time. This time it made the pass, but there was no one there for the Regretzkys. It's on now the stick of Drew, who flings it from a distance. It wasn't a bad option, but straight into the breadbasket of Steve Horvath, who made no mistake with that one. And we'll have a defensive zone face-off now for the Regretzkys. Just over 5 minutes to play in this third and final period, unless we go to overtime. Shenanigans bring on the strong line. They've got Kanaka and Jacobs on. We know that's their line that does most of their scoring. Puck just cleared out up high by the Shenanigans. They tried to chip it in, but nice play there by Nave, who did a good job of getting up high quickly. There's that possibility for the counter-attack. Mackay now has it. He circles around. He's being pressed by Kanaka. He's taking the puck riskily through the zone. Got it poked away from him by Jacobs. Kanaka has a chance. So too there was Drew, but he couldn't finish it. That's what happens when you carry the puck through that high-risk area. You give it away, you're in deep trouble. Naga now plays it up high to his D on the blue, who flings it in. It's high. Puck bobbling around in the slot again. Good play there by the Shenanigans. Regretzkys just a little bit careless with the puck. Well, certainly careless with their positioning. And it's poked away there by Ben Drew, who did a good job of just shutting that one down. They try to go close side. They're getting stuck in their defensive zone. There's some good pressure there by Zach Jacobs, really trying to shut it down. They managed to clear the puck out of the zone, though, eventually, the Regretzkys, but only as far as Kanaka, who played it back to his D partner, who has a bit of room now, tries to skate up the middle. Doesn't get past the pressure, leaves the puck behind. But Regretzky's just a little bit lost on that one. Bone tried to chip it through, couldn't get it past Bird. Bird got something down on it first. Kanaka now has a chance. It's Rob now, Jacobs. Jacobs gets the puck through, but not the body. And it's deep into the corner. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Bird plays it across to his D partner, but a bit carelessly behind him. There's pressure coming in as the team's changing. Regretzky's changing. Jacobs now tried to get it, but Bone has it, gets onto his forehand, shoots. It went wide. Now going back to pick it up, Blair, but Blair's beaten to it by Drew. Ben Drew, that is. He goes into the corner. This guy's been out on the ice a long time. They'd have tachycardia or 3. It's floating around loose and desperately calling it for there was Rafe, but they couldn't get it across to him. So trying to keep the puck in the zone, the Shenanigans, but Regretzky's there in numbers. Bone loses it under his feet. Kanaka couldn't keep it in. It's played out in the end, and Bird wisely just dumps the puck in as some of the Regretzkys decide, some of the Shenanigans decide it's a good option to get a change, and it certainly is, but it's a bit sloppy. Blair, unfortunately for him, couldn't quite handle the pass. It's the Shenanigans on a bit of a messy change that left a lot of space open. Backhand shot fired from the slot by, I think that might have been Ben Drew, but it's cleared out. Racing now to pick it up in hurry on his own is Mackay. He gets across onto his backhand, chips. Goes behind the net. It's high in the slot, shot fired again, but enough numbers this time back for the Shenanigans. They got it, but Prosic keeps it in the zone beautifully. Calabria couldn't do much about that one. It's the strong line on now for the Regretzkys. Mackay now has it on his stick. He plays back to his D, who fires a cannon in from distance. It's through traffic, but runs into bodies. Now coming back the other way is Rafe. Rafe elects the drop pass, but unfortunately for him, it didn't work very effectively. There was enough Regretzkys there in numbers to shut that one down. Morton came in on the pinch to keep the puck in the zone, but Regretzky still with the puck. Prosic circling around, trying to clear it out of the own zone. She can't, but Mackay does. He looks up ice. He's got room. He's got no one with him, but he fires anyway, but it deflects off the pad there. Blair got in the way nicely. Shenanigans trying to clear the puck out. It's loose in the slot. Chance now for them, but it's going to be picked up Rafe instead, who just dumps the puck out of the zone, but it goes as far as the stick of Wright. He's looking up ice. He's got a bit of pressure on him. He chips the puck into the bench. I think he was trying to chip it off the bench, trying to get it over the forechecking pressure, but couldn't. It went in the bench instead. And we're in stop time. 1 minute and 29 seconds. The clock stops. 1 goal apiece. If it ends all tied up, we will go to 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death. And then at the end of that, it will go to a penalty shootout if we're still all tied up. Face off this time won by the Shenanigans, but they dump it a bit too far deep for them. No one able to pick it up. Bird calling for it, but it'd be a risky pass. They take it. Lucky to get away with that one. Bird loses the puck. Bone now has it. No one in front of him. He's got to get a shot away if he can. He plays the puck back, looking for his partner. Lisek has it, but she can't hold it. Shot fired in there by Nave. It wouldn't go. Norma Yan got a pad down in time. Bone loose in the slot if they can get the puck to him. There's no one on him. He's just parked high. But they couldn't get the puck to him. There was enough Shenanigans there. Clock stops again. 58.3 seconds to go in the third and final period. You can see Bone. You can't see him on the replay. He's just out of camera, but he was totally unmarked in the slot for quite some time. Shenanigans let him sit there. Or caught puck watching. Luckily for them, couldn't get the puck up to the loose player inside in Bone. Bone can't win that face-off cleanly. Regretzky's coming. Shenanigans back coming up the way. It's Kanaka with some speed. Here he goes. He's being chased. Gets a shot away. It was a good chance, but equally so. Steve Horvath, the great save there. Game-saving one. I have to say, if the Shenanigans got that one, it would have been the grand final for them. Almost definitely. 48.5 seconds to go. Getting close to overtime. We haven't had a grand final go into overtime so far yet this season. We've had some close ones, but nothing's gone all the way. Puck down at the face-off, indeterminate. No one really won that cleanly, but the Regretzkys come away with it eventually. Mackay plays it up the ice, clears it past everyone. It got past all the defence. It's going to run the clock down another 30 seconds or so. Difficult to say who would win this one in the 3-on-3. Regretzkys clear the puck up, finds Drew. Drew with room. He's got 3 in front of him. Pinching in unwisely, though, was Victory, who got caught out. Nanga just loses it under his feet, comes out of the zone. 19 seconds now to play in the period. Third period looks like overtime getting more and more likely. Drew tries to fling it in deep. It's gone back behind the net. The Regretzkys waiting patiently as Jacobs came in to try and do something with it. They fling it around the puck and they clear it out of the zone. They do. Just 5 seconds now to play. It's underneath the feet of Milovic. He couldn't do much with it. Just the end of the period, and we are going to overtime. The teams will get a minute or two to get themselves organised, and this is where we'll see if they're organised. Have they already prepared their 3-on-3s, or did they think it wouldn't happen? Have they prepared their lineups for penalty shots, or did they think it wouldn't happen? These are things that a well-prepared team will do. But this is our first lot of overtime for the grand finals here at iceHQ this season. The way it works is it's 3-on-3 for 5 minutes, no stop time. First goal wins. It's sudden death, so to speak. If there's a penalty, then you can't have less than 3 players on the ice, so the team that's penalised has to have 3, and then the team that is the beneficiary of the penalty gets 4, so it goes to 4-on-3. And at the end of the penalty, if there isn't a stoppage, then it goes to 4-on-4 until the next stoppage, and then it will go back to 3-on-3. So you may see 4-on-3, you may see 4-on-4 if there are penalties through the 3-on-3. Remains to be seen how that will pan out. We haven't had any yet so far this season, but we'll see how it goes. The 2 teams getting themselves organised. A lot of pressure on goalies now. 3-on-3, there's a lot of empty space, but there's also not a lot of time, and there's a lot of panic in the 3-on-3. It'll be very interesting to see how it works out with what lineups we see on the ice. It's not often that you think terribly much about line matching, but in 3-on-3 you certainly would be at this level. These teams are pretty careful about what they're going to try and organise. Normian knows the pressure is on him as the goaltender. They're going to get shots. So they've got Jacobs, Kanaga and Ali on for the Shenanigans. Mackay wins the face-off though. Sorry, not Mackay. It was Mackay wins the face-off. Shenanigans now with the puck. Now 3-on-3 is all about possession. You want to keep the puck. You don't want to go giving it away. Kanaga has it. He's being watched closely. Dispossessed though, he loses the puck. Mackay races around the back, picks it up, and now he's got room. Mackay, the danger man here. He's only got 1 in front of him to beat, but he's got plenty of speed. Mackay gets onto his forehand, shoots, and it just went wide. Normian got onto it. An important save there. They're going to have to come back quickly. As here come the Shenanigans back the other way, but poked away. Mackay now gets through. Stick blown away. He's got it caught past one. Gets across onto his forehand and shoots, but Normian again makes the save. Knew there'd be pressure on him. Regretzkys changing. All the Shenanigans get a change, they do. 4 minutes and 12 seconds. The clock will continue to tick. This is not stop time. So the Regretzkys bring on Prosek and Bone. There's the Shenanigans a little bit confused out about who to stand where. I don't think they've practiced this one. But now they look to bring the puck out of the zone. Prosek tries to get back quickly, but getting away now, Rafe. Rafe gets the puck across the ice. It's on the backhand, a shot fired, but the goaltender there in Steve Horvath makes the save. He had Prosek down with him as well. There's players lying on the ice. You can see how quickly it happens in 3-on-3. There's so much real estate. Just 3.5 minutes now to play in overtime. They'll have a defensive zone face-off. 3-on-3 is all about possession. Prosek makes the way off for a change. They put Blair back on the ice, I think, for the Regretzkys. Is racing up now to pick it up. They're not too worried about coming out of the zone there, Calibri. He just dumps it in, looking for his teammate, and he gets onto the stick there of Kennedy. Kennedy puts across the front of the net carelessly, and it was picked up by Bone. Bone finds his teammate, 1 in front of him, not able to quite keep his feet there, Blair, but Blair gets onto his forehand. He's got Bone if he wants it. He shoots, goes wide of the net. Bone now has the puck. He's looking for options. He just circles around back, gets away from pressure, runs away from 2, but leaves the puck behind, and his stick, unfortunately for him, and that's a problem. Coming back now the other way with speed, Calabria. Calabria gets a shot, but the puck is plucked out of the sky, don't say that in a hurry, by Steve Horvath. And 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We're halfway through the 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. And it's been topsy-turvy, but no one's broken the drought. Still 1 goal apiece. There we go, in that high slot position for the Shenanigans as the Regretzkys load up. You can see the Shenanigans trying to get their defensive pattern organised. circling around carefully there, Victory. He knows the importance of maintaining possession. He gets a puck across to Kutzlov, who is being pressed by Kanaga. Manages to keep hold of the puck, but in the end gave it away. Pinching now to pick it up, Victory, who goes in deep into the corner. He's got Mackay calling for it to go up high. Shot just intercepted there. Kanaga had a chance, but it wasn't clean. And that will go for an icing. Still get icing in 3-on-3. 1 minute and 47 seconds to play. Victory goes over for a change. Mackay not able to win the face-off on this occasion, and it's but now he has Mackay gets a turnaround in the slide. He gets onto his forehand, forehand. Oh, leaves the puck behind. It was on. Norma Yan was well, not quite panicking, but certainly disturbed. Jacobs now trying to put some pressure on Mackay as he just circles around backwards and forwards. He's got up high and loose. Vilbar waits, reverses it back around, gets it back to Mackay, who's being pressed tightly by the pressure of Jacobs. Now he gets some room. Tried to get his forehand onto it. It's loose in the slot. Shot fired, but there's a body in the way. And it's been an injury. Someone's worn a puck right in the guts. And I think that's Thomas Drew who will be feeling that one. You want to think we'll see that one on the replay, but immediately when he was hit by the puck, he went down hard. Not Drew, sorry, that's Evan Rafe. Who's no, sorry, it is Thomas Drew, who's in some distress. And the clock will continue to tick, and that will probably run us out of overtime. We'll see. And there's just 27 seconds to go. Prosick up high. She's looking for the puck. The puck comes out of the zone. No, they reckon it was kept in. Blair dumps it off the backhand. He's got Kennedy now with a bit of room, who tries to get onto his forehand. Fires a shot. It's loose in the slot. But the Regretzkys were back there in time. Prosick tried to get up there and shut it down. Just 7 seconds now to play. We're looking like going to a penalty shootout. Kennedy's got to get that shot across in the net, and it's not going to happen. Goes around the back of the net. Prosick picks it up for the Regretzkys, but we are going to a penalty shootout. There's no team able to score in that 5-on-5. The way the penalty shootout works is each team takes turns having a shot. The puck will be placed in the middle. There are no other players allowed on the ice except for the goaltender and the player taking the shot. The player has to pick the puck up from the dot. The puck must move forward continuously. It is not allowed to go backwards. It's not allowed to stop. So as soon as the puck starts moving forward, it must continue to move forwards. So you're not allowed to go backwards and forwards or anything. Doesn't mean you can't deke and toe drag and all that fancy sort of stuff, but the real key to the penalty shootout is you must get shots on the net. If you miss, the goalie thinks, well, I didn't even have to do anything, which is pretty good. No pressure at all on the goaltenders. Norma Yan would be looking forward to this one if they win it, and hating it if they lose it. And so too, Steve Horvath in the net for the Regretzkys. But so too, Mr. Bone will be taking the first shot for the Regretzkys. Graham Bone. He picks up the puck. Comes in with some speed wisely. Comes straight down the middle. A little bit of a stutter step. Norma Yan faked him out. And no shot. Nothing there for Graham Bone. He leaves the puck behind in the middle. And coming back the other way for the Regretzkys, they'll have 3 to start with, which are guaranteed. And then after that, we go to advantage. A little bit like a game of tennis. So Matthew Kennedy now for the Shenanigans. He comes in a little bit of speed, comes across onto his forehand, coming down the middle, stays on his forehand, waits, takes the shot, scores the goal. Got to put it on the net. When you do, sometimes it goes in. So a 1 lead to the Shenanigans. It's Mackay coming back this time for the Regretzkys. He comes in with lots of speed, takes it wide, trying to get Norma Yan moving, cuts across the front, leaves the puck behind, tried the no shot. And Norma Yan just had that dribble onto his stick. Too easy, says Normie. I'll have that. So far, the Regretzkys haven't broken the drought. Kananga now for the Shenanigans will put this one out of reach. If he scores this one, the game is all over. He comes in down the middle patiently, takes the shot, doesn't score the goal. He just shot it straight into the breadbasket there of Steve Horvath. One of the tricks to this is to try and move across the front as much as you can and get the goalie moving. If you get a goalie moving, you open up gaps. If they can stand still and shut down your angle, it's just all goalie. The last one coming in for the Regretzkys now. He must score to keep this game alive. Winds that wide, goes across on his backhand, takes the shot, and it doesn't go in. And the Regretzkys have won. Sorry, the Shenanigans have won the grand final. Norma Yan shutting him out on the penalty kill at the end. Not able to get it through was Tomilovic, and that will be the Shenanigans. In the semi-final not that long ago, they won 5-1. The Regretzkys came back hard. They outshot the Shenanigans 28-22, and most of the game it looked like they were odds-on favourites to win it through the way it was going, but Norma Yan did his job, and the Shenanigans take the win in the end in a penalty shootout. Thank you very much for being with us here for this Division 3 Grand Final. We'll be back with you to bring the Division 7 Grand Final to you at 7:30 p.m. I've been Carl Brewer, and I hope you've enjoyed this coverage of our Grand Final tonight. We'll be with you again at 7:30 for the Division 7 as we let the players celebrate their victory.